I'm gonna give a disclaimer before you start watching this video, because in the next 6 months, you're gonna be so dangerously ahead of all of your peers. Everyone around you are gonna be baffled. They're gonna wonder if you are the same person you were. Frankly, you yourself aren't gonna be recognize yourself. I've constructed this scientifically proven framework, and unlike the motivational BS that you get usually, these are actual actionable steps that you can tangibly do within the next 3 weeks. Step 1. You're gonna go to a stationery store and find a chalkboard duster. You've seen one of those probably in your school days. And you're gonna get 30,000 of those. And you're gonna stack it in your room like a bed. And you're gonna sleep on it. Step 2 would be to wake up at 5 a.m. from your duster bed and go for a 5-kilometer run on top of your duster bed. Because we really need to optimize the time and space here, because you don't really have the rest of the day. Because the third step would be to use the rest of your day to listen to this sound. You need to hear it again and again, and by the time you finish most of these, you will be dangerously ahead of most of the population. You would be the person who would possess probably the most amount of dusters, and you would be the only person in your peer group who would have done a 5K on a duster bed, and you would definitely be the person who has listened to this noise the most. Probably in your friend group, because I honestly don't know what people do in their own houses. Like, seriously, people are just messed up, man. Anyways, I'm losing you. This is a foolproof way to get dangerously ahead in your 20s. Just do this, you will be dangerously ahead. In fact, you might be the danger. Now subscribe and give me all of your money. You are the one who's still watching the video. Why are you looking at me like it's my fault? You see, this is the problem. You always want someone to blame things on. At this point, the thing is, you yourself know these self-help videos are so useless and they are not helping you. But then you need something, because you actually don't want to do work, because work is boring and watching these videos makes you feel like you're doing work, but then you're actually not doing work. You're just lying in your cushy bed and just listening to these people, like these dudes talk about like hard work and stuff. It's just really, I don't want to use the P word, but it's a little P word. First of all, it is your fault for clicking on a video with a dangerously vague title. What do you mean, how to get dangerously ahead in your 20s? Get ahead in what? Get ahead in knee pain? Because that's something you can get away with in your 20s, and you can actually work on like getting more knee pain. Or like get dangerously ahead in collecting sewing machine oil. What are we getting dangerously ahead in? Why are you watching this? Why are you so desperate for self-help videos? Why? And second of all, who am I to give you advice? I'm the same person who tried to lose weight and went into a calorie deficit and tried to eat 1,500 calories a day, and did the calculation in my mind that if I eat 3 bags of chips a day, that would be 1,500 calories. That is a very optimized solution. This is me, this is my thought process, and I'm here wearing a suit, I'm on YouTube, and I can write whatever script I want, because today I don't even have to write this script. I have ChatGPT. I can just Google some, oh my god, ChatGPT writes some script to fool a loser into thinking they are doing something productive so I can make money. I can just do that and spew all of that nonsense onto you, and you're gonna watch it and you're gonna give me money so that I can fund my lifestyle of chips. Recently, my life has been very, very, very miserable. It got me thinking, I haven't always been a miserable person. So I have this tendency to just be. I've always just been, I'm just there. I don't think about things, I just be. I just exist. That was like the best trait I liked about me. And suddenly, at a certain point of age, maybe because this happened right after I graduated college and I was at a point where I had to think about things, and that's what made me miserable. But no, it's not thinking that made me miserable, it was this other thing. So I dug deeper. Does everyone feel this miserable after college? Because I was trying to start a business right after college. I wanted to fast track my career. I wanted to get ahead of everyone, all of my peers. I wanted to do something different because deep down I knew I was different. I was not like these other people. Ew! Imagine being like the other people, right? I mean, I wish, because they're actually happy. That is something I didn't realize, and I was so miserable. I was so miserable because I couldn't start the business because I had zero experience. I was good at nothing. Because I was fresh out of college, it is natural to be good at nothing because you don't even know what you can be good at. And I expected myself to be this revolutionary, and obviously I cannot be a revolutionary because I am not a revolutionary. And it was hard to accept because it is easy to feel like a revolutionary these days than to feel like a normal person, because being a normal person is like the worst thing ever, right? So naturally what happened was I was deeply depressed, and then one full year passed by after college, and everyone around me, all of my peers, suddenly were dangerously ahead than me. Like they were all earning money and they were all posting these stories of doing things with their adult money, and I didn't even have 1 rupee in my bank account. I was just there. I wasted 1 year. I did pretty well in college for the amount of effort that I put. So I thought I could just be better in life itself, right? And I was really shocked that that was not how it all worked out. And I just couldn't get myself out of this paralysis, and it felt really bad to see people whom you thought you were better than do much better than you, and you are just there sitting in your home unable to do anything. This was just such a bitter terrible feeling. And then I was wondering, why can't I do anything? What is this? What is wrong with me, right? And then I zoomed out and started looking at things like, is it really what's wrong with me? Or let me see, when did my life start to get miserable? That's when I realized I got a job that week, and I cannot tell you that I'm like completely satisfied, but it's better. Because when you go into a job, you realize that it's okay to suck because you are a fresher and everyone's so willing to teach you stuff. And I was grounded for the first time. And for the first time, I was okay with thinking that I'm just a beginner, I am just a fresher, and I do not have to be a 19-year-old billionaire. I am not 19, I'm much older than that, and I'm just seriously not okay with it because, like, COVID and whatnot. What do you mean? I'm not like 16 anymore. The last birthday, like aging birthday that I remember was like 17. What do you mean? I don't even want to tell you my age right now. It's not even old, guys. It's something about the 20s. Do you guys see? Anyways, sorry I lost my cool. That was so not high value woman of me. I will hold myself in. Sorry, guys. So anyways, I dove deep. So I'm going to tell you a quick story of my life. When I was in 12th grade, that is the first time I realized that everyone's paths are going to be different, and I cannot live like school anymore. I am going out of school and I need real world skills. That's the first time I wanted to upgrade. The moment I realized this, the first thing I did was I went on YouTube and typed my career tutorials. So in my case, I was going to college for art and design, and I searched for Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator tutorials, and I just started learning it. That's all. I didn't need 89 self-help videos, and I didn't need a bearded man yelling at me to go do the work. I just opened YouTube and I started learning it. And somewhat that did get me ahead in my college. It did work for me. And then in college, I started getting into self-help culture. And I watched, I think from college till now, I might have watched easily more than 10,000 videos, self-help videos. And that's when I actually stopped doing things. I mean, crazy, right? Because it makes you feel like you're so different, like you're not like anyone else. It just makes you feel so special. I actually woke up at 5 a.m. every day. I went on a walk and I listened to these videos every single day. I came home from college, went on a walk, listened to these videos. At least I went on a walk, am I right? These days I can't even do that. So anyways, I listened to these videos like clinically. It was bad. It was very, very bad. And I go to college and I feel like I'm some like Batman or something. I have like this secret life and I'm just getting dangerously ahead in my 20s when everyone's just, doing college stuff, like focusing on college, while I'm just there doing like this, listening to Alex Hormozy yell at me about sales. I'm like, why was I even learning about sales? I didn't know. I mean, it could be helpful at some point in my life, but the thing is, I forgot most of what I said. Because the thing about us is, we are not going to try to retain information that your brain thinks isn't important for you. Sales, I didn't think was important for me, so I don't remember anything he said. I just watched it because at that time it made me feel better. It made me feel like I was doing something other than college work. But then I wasn't really doing anything. The problem was I wasn't fully focused in college either. I could have had fun. I could have actually done really good in college and gotten my grades straight. But I didn't do any of this. I was focused on a different world in which I was doing nothing. And I wasn't even living my real life. It's like I had a split personality. And I kept watching and watching and watching and watching. And the thing with these videos is they don't give you any tangible advice. They give advice like, wake up, do the stuff. You need to get dangerously ahead in your 20s. Get skinny, get money. I'm like, what do you mean get money? I would love to get money, bro. Just give me the money. I would love to lose weight. Like, it would be the best thing ever. I've been trying to lose weight for like 10 years. I would love to. Give it to me. Sure, right? These videos just give you vague advice so that your monkey brain produces dopamine and it's like, oh my god, yes, you're working. It is not able to tell the difference between doing the actual work and watching these stupid videos, and then you're just doing nothing. Your life is just going by. And just like that, for me, it was 4 years of college plus 1 year of just doing nothing. And just like that, all of these years were just gone for me. And strangely, I feel like I actually did something when I did not. And this feeling comes solely from watching self-help videos, which is like so embarrassing when you think about it. Now when I look at it, I'm like, ew, what was I watching? One time what happened was I was so deeply into this cult. I was watching a Red Pill video and I didn't even realize it was a Red Pill video. And suddenly in the middle of this video, this guy says, oh, you're not working enough. You know who doesn't work enough? Whiny little women who are always giving excuses about how they are on their period and they have cramps and stuff. I'm like, is this fucking play about us? And then I turned off that video and went to another video in which a guy was yelling and he didn't talk about women, and I was somehow okay with it. And like, I am disgusted by myself. The past is in the past. Right now, I think after all of these years, I have identified what the main problem is. And it all boils down to, and it all kind of boils down to us taking ourselves so seriously because, like, it's not a big deal. All of us are super, super normal. Like, these people who are telling you about how they made $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, like how they are so great or dangerously ahead. They are doing that because they are spewing that BS on you. That is their source of income. Like, they are making a fool out of us. And if we are going to take that person seriously, I don't know, we need to seriously evaluate about what we are taking seriously because, like, throughout the world's evolution, people have advanced in their careers, in their lives, in their relationships in a certain way by doing work. Those good old hunter gatherers, they went out, they hunted, they broke a sweat, and they got stuff. And then, then let's skip all the way up until the 1950s and our grandfathers and grandmothers. They broke a sweat, they went to their jobs, and some people became rich, and some people were satisfied with not being rich. But at the end of the day, the thing is, everyone actually put in the work. Our parents put in the work, everyone put in the work, and we by these self-help videos are made to feel like there is a shortcut, and there might be a shortcut these days because we have a lot of unconventional ways of making money, like talking to a camera and posting it to YouTube and suddenly making money, and shipping some objects from another part of the world and making money. These are unconventional, sure, but then unconventional means of making money have always existed, and the path to getting there is always through putting in the work. You need to put in the work into something to realize if that thing works or not, right? You cannot just keep searching for video after video to find an answer, a shortcut, something, a little tip that will change your life. Because if these self-help videos could actually change your life, it would have changed your life within the first 2 months of you starting to watch it. But it hasn't. It clearly will not help you now. So what you need to realize is that you are not special. You just need to put work into something, or don't put work into developing a hobby. Just stop watching self-help videos. We don't need to be dangerously ahead. There are two things you need to decide in your 20s. It's not whether to get dangerously ahead. It is whether you want a lot of money or you don't want a lot of money. What will satisfy you? These are the important questions I started asking myself after I stopped watching self-help videos, because while you're watching it, you are always going to be in a daze. It's going to melt your brain, and you are never going to talk to yourself what you actually want. There are two types of people who want a lot of money, and people who want things that aren't money, who think that money is the thing that they want, but peace of mind is all they want. And only after you make this decision, you can start actually putting in the work. You can learn how to play the guitar, or you can spend the time in learning about like stocks. I don't know, man. I don't know what are the other productive things. If you want me to tell you about some useless things about how to advance in life, I will tell you, but actual actionable things about how to advance in your life, I don't know one, man. I really do not know. So don't take yourself too seriously. You are not different. You're not going to change the path. The path has always been the same. The means and methods might be different, but the path is going to be the same. You are going to put in the work. So why don't you just put in the work in anything rather than searching for that one thing which may or may not exist, may or may not work? Just put in the work into anything. And don't you think the work is the beauty of life itself? It is a shame that these videos have made us to believe that we need to keep chasing. When you think about it, you're going to keep chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing when you don't even know what the goal is. And when you supposedly reach the goal, the goal is going to move, and you're going to keep chasing when the work or the journey is actually where the juice is at. Life gets so beautiful when you are enjoying the process, because what if you go into a job and you realize you're so bad at it, you suck so bad, and then everyone treats you like a baby and you are enjoying the time of your life? What if you don't get into a job, instead you're freelancing at a ration shop and you learn about the rice? Oh my god, isn't that a great side quest? And then imagine you start selling flowers. There are millions of ways in which you can take your life. The fact that you have the opportunity to even decide what you can do with your life, the fact that you are watching this video right now, means that you have the freedom to decide what you can do with your life. And I feel like that is the biggest privilege one could have, and we are wasting that privilege on locking ourselves inside a box and making ourselves miserable on our own volition. Like, why are we doing that? Life is just so beautiful, man. We need to stop and realize that. Only the things that you actually made for yourself is going to give you the fulfillment. Because looking back, all the hours you spent watching self-help videos is not going to come and speak for you. Only your work is going to speak for you. And your work may or may not be contributing to your financial success, but your work, your skills, your hobbies, your memories, they are going to speak for you. Because you need to have stories when someone asks you, like, what are your hobbies, or like, what do you do? You cannot always tell them like, oh, I watch self-help videos, like that's my thing. That's so embarrassing. Please do not be that person. It's not good. You are not that serious. You're not different. Your path isn't serious. Work is something that you have to do. Things, you just need to do things, because you cannot live a life without doing things. Ever since I was a child, I've always been super into drawing, painting, everything artsy stuff, right? I always did this. I came back from school, I started drawing. I went to school, I drew on my notebooks. I was doing these things with clay. I was always making stuff. I was always doing this. And there is nothing I wanted more in my life than to become a professional artist. And I went and joined in art college. And the moment they told me they were going to give me marks for it, I didn't want to do it. It's not like I hated it or anything. It just felt like work. The moment I had to do it for marks, I procrastinated till the last minute. And every time I did end up doing the project, I actually ended up enjoying it. But I wanted to push it till the last minute. The lastest minute to a safe getaway. Like, after college, I again started craving doing art things. Like, what's with that? But everything is going to follow this rule, right? No matter how much you love something, the moment you put this label on it, you're not going to love the thing anymore. You're not going to love it so much, at least. So even if you love doing that thing, it's gonna feel like a chore. Why do you want to purposefully do that? Because it is already gonna feel like a chore, because you would rather be watching reels. Am I right? Watching reels is so easy, man. Watching reels makes me feel like I don't want anything in my life. Like, I could just totally be in the same job, get a 1-bedroom apartment, get 1 bag of chips, eat it every day, and just watch reels, and I will be fulfilled. That's how reels make me feel. Like, I don't know, man. I think I'm kind of into reels. Like, it's pretty concerning. But what I'm trying to say is, we live in a highly dopaminergic world. And this is a term that I learned while watching self-help videos. And I used it here. So, like, suck it. It actually helps. So we live in a world that just fights for our attention, and we have so many things that are just so easy to obtain and just so good for us. Like, it feels so good doing a lot of things. Like there is a shawarma shop every minute I come home from work. Like, there is one like every minute, like, of the way. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here, and there's one here. And I love shawarmas, man. Shawarma tastes better than carrot. It is true. And I don't want carrot, man. And when you show me a shawarma and a carrot, I'm gonna choose a shawarma. And it is not my fault it's so damn good. Everything is made to be so damn good, and it's just everywhere. And I'm gonna choose the shawarma, obviously. And this is how everything is. Everything is fighting to get our attention, and we are just a sad little puppy. We are just a puppy trying to navigate through the world. And if you're gonna compare doing things to this, everything is gonna feel like a chore. Like, even drawing is feeling like a chore these days, even though I really want to do it. I would rather watch reels, right? Because it's the easier thing to do. And when you're at this state, why do you want to watch self-help videos and make the other things feel more like a chore? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the chart of difficulty for things to do. Watching reels is here. It's the least difficult thing, most natural thing to do. The infinite scroll pattern is like the most evil thing a person has ever created. I mean, the guillotines are there, the knife torture butt plug thing is there, but this totally is the most evil thing a person has ever created. It is here. Like, reel is the easiest thing to do. Then there is self-help videos. Like, it's a little bit difficult because even though it is easy to just binge on these videos, it is still long form content. It is difficult. I mean, I should put movies here and then put self-help videos here, because even watching movies is difficult these days, man, because my attention span is like cooked. It's cooked, literally cooked. So putting movies here, then self-help videos here. This is like 2 blocks away. And this already feels like a productive leap, right? From here to here, here to here, here to here. And then after this, there is stuff that you actually feel pleasurable doing, like going to the beach, just going out, or like, drawing and stuff like that. It's actually here. It's after self-help videos, because everything has friction. Like, even drawing, I have to take all of my paints out, I have to take my water out. I sound so lazy and spoiled right now. I really don't want to post this video, and then all of this friction, I really don't have to go through all of this. Instead, I can just watch Ali Abdaal tell me how to make a Notion template. That's better, right? Dopamine for dopamine, and it's just overall a better option, man. And obviously, doing this slightly more difficult thing than the actual thing is going to make you feel better than doing the worstest thing. It's like when you go driving in the traffic and people are being nuisances, right? And they are like the worst drivers ever. They honk at everything and they are just going inside there. They are nuisances, okay? And then they talk about the people who are shitting on the road, and they are like, oh my god, they are the worst, they don't have any civic sense, and they are like, oh ew, right? I mean, you don't have any civic sense. Why are you behaving like that on the road? It's like, just because I'm not shitting on the road, I'm better than you, when in reality, like, you are also part of the problem. Just because you're doing something a little less bad doesn't mean you're not bad. Like, that's what we are doing. Just because we are doing something a little less bad doesn't mean these videos aren't am I the asshole reels in long form content. Like, everything is the same. Anyways, my point is, you are living a double life. Stop living a double life. Live your life. Contrary to the popular belief, you are indeed a real person. Try to live your real person life instead of the Alex Hormozy life. What do you want? What do you want? Like, really, what you want? Ask this question to yourself: what do you want? After I stopped watching self-help videos, I finally asked myself this question because it's been so long. The last time I asked myself this question truly was like 5 years ago, and I technically got all the stuff I wanted. I'm doing a professional art job. I have a degree in art. These are the things that I wanted my whole life, and I'm feeling so unfulfilled. Like, whose fault is that? It is totally my fault. I stopped watching self help videos and I asked myself, what do I really want? And I appreciated the things that I already have. Because, in a way, I'm already living my dream life, and you might be living your dream life as well. And as long as you keep watching dudes yelling at you to do better, you are not going to feel that. No matter how much money you make, you're always gonna feel miserable. Yes. So, like, this is not good. And stop watching self help videos. And please subscribe so that I can make my money, because I totally binged all of those videos about how to make it on YouTube. Subscribe.